What is up, FPG fam? Further here, and in today's video we're going to be starting a brand new series called Going for That Guy in Honkai. Now I know that's a terrible title, but it rhymes guy in Honkai. I wanted something catchy, but if you have something different, I'll be willing to change that title. Just let me know in the comments down below. I have no problems changing it. Anyways, this series is all about talking about characters coming up in the future and why I may or may not be going for them, giving you my reasoning, and maybe that'll help you decide what you're going to do just based off of what I state today. And that's how I approach the game of Honkai Star Rail. I give you my reasoning and then you can make a decision on your own from there just based off of that. So I do hope you enjoy. Drop a like if you do, sub, all that good stuff. Anyways, we're going to be talking about Silver Wolf, and then periodically we'll be talking about the other characters like Luocha, Kafka, Blade, and the future characters coming up. Starting with Silver Wolf because she's going to be coming in patch 1.1 that should be right around the corner. And I know, just disclaimer, that Silver Wolf got some nerfs and that's why a lot of people are skipping, plus some other reasons. For me, it's not a big deal, and you know, I have my reasons on why I'm still going to be going for it. So let's go ahead and talk about those reasons at this time. First and foremost, being a Honkai Impact 3rd original OG content creator playing that game, Silver Wolf was a fantastic character that I truly enjoyed in that game and loved her character design and personality from there, and it just carried over to Honkai Star Rail naturally. I think I might like her design and personality even more in this game, so that's just a major plus. Secondly, she is quantum. Now quantum type is not a big deal, there's just not that many, so it's kind of beneficial but not really that big of a deal. It's just something that I did want to go and point out as a reasoning for me going for her as well. But I think one of the main reasons why is because I have Seele. And I think Seele and Silver Wolf are going to be naturally a great pairing together for the reasons that we're going to get into here in just a moment. But if I didn't have Seele, I probably would be skipping as well. And if you don't have Seele, you may want to skip Silver Wolf for other characters that are going to be coming in the future that might be more beneficial to your account, which is really what it's all based off of, right? The characters that you enjoy and what your account needs. That's how you really should be approaching it as a free-to-play player especially, but even if you're a light spender or a dolphin, you may want to approach it that way as well. Now moving on from there, we do have her attack. I did want to go ahead and mention that because if these stats are accurate based off of Honey Hunter World, massive shout out to them. I'll leave a link to their website in the description down below. If these stats are accurate for when Silver Wolf officially releases in the game, then it's going to be at level 80 the attack the same as Seele. I think that's a huge point to point out because I think Silver Wolf is going to be a good damage dealer, not only for the attack but for the other things that we're going to speak about here in just a moment. And that could be massive, right? Having a sub DPS to go alongside your Seele could really put you over the hump of some of these more difficult challenges that you're going up against, like Memory Chaos or certain simulated world that you might get stuck on. Silver Wolf might push you over the edge for you and your account based off of what you need, and her being able to do some good damage might be that deciding factor for you. Also, her defense, HP, they're all relatively good from what I can see from the rest of the cast of 5-star. So I think naturally her stats are good. They're in line, right? They're up there. So basic attack is the basic attack, nothing really to write home about. It has a good percentage, quantum damage, all good stuff there. Now let's go ahead and talk about the skill. Once again, I know she got nerfs, but I thought the nerfs weren't that bad in my opinion. If we take a look at the skill, I think most people know what it does. It's a 90% base chance. Now this is at level 15, of course, to add one weakness of an on-field ally's type to a target enemy. Basically, you have your allies and it's going to apply a weakness of one of the allies that are there onto the enemy. Now this also reduces the enemy's damage resistance to that weakness type by 20% for 2 turns. Now in addition, there is a 100% base chance to reduce the all type resistance of the enemy further by 11.25% for 2 turns. Deals quantum damage equal to 245% of Silver Wolf's attack to this enemy. So I know one of the gripes was the nerf, and then it being not of a specific typing that you want it to be. It could be random just depending on the allies that you have. I get that, but if you have it paired with Seele, think about this. If you have Silver Wolf paired with Seele and you get this to be quantum weakness on the enemy, and then their damage resistance to that weakness is reduced by 20% for 2 turns, and then you have Seele come out, Seele is going to be hitting like an absolute truck. But not only that, Silver Wolf herself is going to be hitting pretty damn hard at 245% for the skill. That's not anything to really scoff at. That's kind of up there. And then you have an all type reduce of the resistance of the enemy further by 11.25%. So it's just an overall great supporting character that can do damage. That I don't think a lot of people are taking that into account when it comes to Silverwolf, is that she's going to be a great support, right? She's going to be doing some good stuff with their utility, but she's also going to be doing some damage herself. So you don't have to rely on just one main damage dealer. You have your main damage dealer, but then you also have Silverwolf that's going to be able to hold her own as well. And I'm not a big fan of the RNG aspect of this as well, not getting the one that you want or not being able to choose the type of weakness that you apply onto the enemy. I agree, it would be a lot better if you could choose, and that would be kind of overpowered in my opinion. And it's not 100% base chance, it's a 90% base chance. Or even if we take a look at, like, let's say level 8 for example, or level 6, let's go with level 6 is an 80% base chance. More likely than not you are going to get this, right? 80%. I would be shocked if you didn't, but still, there is a chance that you won't. 20% chance at level 6. There is a chance that you still won't get this. Now that's gonna suck, right? And it's gonna make Silverwolf not feel great to have. But if you get these things to proc and you do get them, they're gonna be fantastic. And then you have Seele come right afterwards, and she's just going to nuke, right? She's absolutely going to nuke, especially if you get the weakness applied. It is RNG based, and that's why I get why most people are skipping, because you have more locked in type of characters that you don't have to be RNG based, that might be more beneficial for you and your team and your account, which I totally agree, which we'll speak about in future videos talking about those characters. But I think Silverwolf paired with Seele is still going to be fantastic. I think you're going to proc this more likely than not, and I think you're really going to pop off and see Silverwolf pop off as well. So that's the skill. Let's go ahead and talk about the ultimate. User band. Now there's a 107.5% base chance to decrease the target's enemy's defense for, I think that's 3 turns, I could be mistaken, and at the same time deal 456% of Silverwolf's attack as quantum damage to the target enemy. And once again, that's at level 15. If we take a look at level 6, that's going to be 304% with a 92.5% base chance. Once again, you're probably going to get this more likely than not. It's going to suck when it doesn't happen, if it doesn't happen at all. I don't see that happening often, but if it doesn't, that's not going to be fun. But it's probably going to happen more likely than not, and then you're doing some tremendous damage. This is close to or on par with Sele's. I think it's slightly less than Sele's percentage here on the ultimate. Same with the skill, is slightly less than Sele's. So, and we all know how hard Seele hits with her ultimate and with her skill. So you can expect Silverwolf, especially with these debuffs, to be hitting pretty hard as well. And then once again, you have Seele probably coming around. She might be first because of her speed, but she could be coming around second. And then you get the resets. It's just going to be pretty nutty between those two specifically. Once again, those two specifically. And then we have the talent right here. Silverwolf can create 3 types of bugs: reduce attack by 12.5%, reduce defense by 10%. I would imagine that's the one that you're going to be wanting to go for, is to reduce the defense by 10%, but reducing the attack is kind of nice as well. And then reduce speed by 7.5%. That's pretty good as well. Every time Silverwolf attacks, she has a 78% base chance to implant a random bug that lasts for 3 turns in the enemy's target. Once again, I can see why people are going to be skipping the RNG chance of these things being applied and then not knowing which one you're going to get until it happens. I know a lot of people aren't banking on that, but it could be pretty, once again, it could be pretty nutty once you start to get all of these things happening. And then we have the technique, which I think this is a really good technique in my opinion. Immediately attack the enemy after entering battle, deals quantum damage equal to 80% of Silverwolf's attack to all enemies, and ignore weakness types and reduce toughness from all enemies. Enemies with their weakness broken in this way will trigger the quantum weakness break effect. I'm not going to go into the Eidolons because I just feel as if most people are not going for Eidolons in general. So I'm just going to stick to the core skills of Silverwolf. I almost called her Seele. Of Silverwolf that we have here. So the technique I like. The talent is RNG based. It's all about the skill and the ultimate. And I think these are fantastic. And then once again, something that I don't think people are taking into account is that she's probably going to be hitting pretty decently hard in my opinion. I think she's going to be up there with the damage. Once you get the debuffs going, once you get everything online and working synergistically, pair that once again with Seele, and I think things are going to be popping off pretty nice. But anyways, that is the reason why I'm going to be going for Silver Wolf, specifically for those reasons. I understand why most people are going to be skipping once again. Anyways, the next person we're going to be talking about is Luocha in the next video. So I'm hoping you're looking forward to that. And then we'll talk about Kafka and Blade afterwards. But I'm going to get on out of here. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys are going to be doing. And I hope you enjoyed. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. My name is Cody. You call me further. I'll see you all next one. Bye, guys.